execute. There it is, execute.
Fucking Irene.
They're moving too fast. We gotta pick up pace.
You don't have visual on Jerad anymore.
Oh, I got one.
I'm Garrett Smith, Marine Infantry combat veteran and CEO of Reveal Technology.
I'm Phil, CEO of Jeddoc and veteran of Army Special Operations.
And I'm Jerad, COO of Jeddoc and also a veteran of Army Special Operations.
In Season 1, we focused on broad small unit tactics and techniques with some elements of emerging technology, strike drones, video feed interceptors, and technologies like Farsight, a situational awareness and 3D mapping tool. In Season 2, we're upping the stakes by basing the scenarios on real-world events and additional pieces of emerging technology.
At Jeddoc, we study global conflicts to inform our product development and experimentation efforts. With that in mind, this season is inspired by the 12-day war.
On June 13, 2025, Israel began the conflict with coordinated strikes against military and nuclear facilities, as well as eliminating key individuals and disabling critical infrastructure. Iran responded with massive ballistic missile attacks on Israeli military and civilian infrastructure, which triggered evacuations not only in Israel, but across the entire region. The conflict demonstrated really four things: the importance of clandestine strikes, drone employment, rapid evacuation, and also force protection for convoys.
The scenarios we're running this season focus on the mission Special Operations Forces face most often.
We identified four scenarios: cache recovery, which is gathering equipment after an infiltration; hidden strike, which is conducting FPV strikes in a denied or contested area; crisis evacuation, which is recovering priority personnel while being hunted by an adversary; and react ambush, which is about responding to or enhancing survivability of a convoy while under the threat of FPV strikes.
The emerging technology we're using this season includes Farsight, a 3D mapping and situational awareness platform that allows users to generate movement plans, set waypoints, and run line-of-sight analyses in addition to other analytics. For this iteration of BattleLab, we're also integrating elements of ubiquitous technical surveillance, or UTS. We are using remote cyber access tools to gain access to video feeds, which are then paired with SwarmInt, a computer vision algorithm that allows for autonomous tracking and identification of persons and objects of interest. And finally, we'll be fielding a range of ISR and strike drone platforms, some of which are payload capable. In addition, we'll be pairing those ISR drones with SwarmInt for computer vision applications.
The US military is behind in adapting tactics, techniques, and integrated emerging technology. BattleLab is where we combine competition and experimentation in order to drive tactical innovation. Rather than thinking that we have the answer, we create the operational environment, we define the operational objective, and then we combine engineer with user in order to develop products for the warfighter under those conditions.
Today's BattleLab is cache recovery. In cache recovery, teams Alpha and X-Ray will be moving in low signature through a 2 square mile section of a downtown area, blending in with the civilian population and recovering cache sites. There are 8 cache locations, and the team that recovers the most within 1 hour wins. Our job is to disrupt cache recovery. Success for Team Ghost looks like compromising Team Alpha or Team X-Ray in the act of cache recovery. Ghost will be operating a split team. I will be in the TOC with other support personnel, and a 6-man ground team supported by the TOC will be out in the field. Both the TOC personnel and the ground team will be employing a variety of surveillance tools. Farsight will provide the common intelligence picture. Video data will be provided through remote cyber access from local cameras. SwarmInt will deploy its computer vision algorithms to analyze and assess those video feeds. Let's get into it.
Before we left, we went through a border crossing point. We were under surveillance while we did that. That was captured so that there was some sort of baseline as far as what we looked like for the computer vision models that were hunting us with those UTS tools. The first priority for Team X-Ray was, let's get a second vehicle, and also let's do profile changes. So let's change up how we look.
In fucking Irene. Let's go.
Launch and execute.
There it is, execute. Perfect timing, right as we went through the light.
Alright, hey, when you guys get in there and get up, just come on comms and let us know you're set and approved.
Got me. Alright, we're gonna drop, does it make sense to drop our outbound first?
Yeah.
Yep.
At this point, we had not separated. Our plan was to separate as soon as we recovered the first cache, but at this point, speed is on our side. We know that the detection teams haven't picked us up yet.
Yeah, just pull up by that SUV and I'll jump out and grab this thing. Nope, not yet, but.
Hey Quint, do you have a idea of what kind of vehicle they're in?
That shopping plaza right there, right back by the park. Okay. So, reverse your route back up by the park.
Yep.
And then let me out at the park. I'll walk towards it. You drive past it and try to find parking. If you can get it park close, then you grab it. And if you can't, just give me a call at the stop sign. We're gonna get out at the stop sign.
Oh, I got one. I got one right here. I got him spotted. Hold on.
Do you want to just follow him?
That's probably the best thing to do.
I think so. Aren't you dump out?
All right, so we bumped into Alpha team. They just walked right by. They've got physical surveillance on them. That's one of the ghost elements following them. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit tight and wait for confirmation because there's enough heat and people driving around.
All right, so we have Jerad. He's moving north on Ash right now and following him.
Yeah, I'm on him. He's heading north on Pennsylvania towards Broad right now, and I'm just gonna walk right next to him. He's gonna be out of play. I'll stick on him, but this means my box in black is empty. Over.
Roger, good copy. You have Jerad in between blue and green box heading north on Pennsylvania, and black box is empty.
We just got our first cache secured, requested number 2. Looks like Alpha team's already got one as well. So waiting on that location, and then I'll go ahead. Yeah, right there. That's surveillance right there. All right, got the new grid.
I saw your team as well when I recovered that first one. I knew that with Jack in our second vehicle, that I wanted to get him into the game because it seemed like I was in a compromising position and that also he could potentially move faster.
X-ray 4, he's moving up there. No.
Yeah, it looks like he just made a move down an alley and heading east. Almost like he's going to pick up something right now.
Yep.
All right, I lost him. I lost Jerad for a moment.
Roger, I copy you. You don't have visual on Jerad anymore.
No, I got him back. He can hear.
Yeah, it's 50 buckless.
I know I'm being followed.
Where do I go?
I know that at least in terms of how much of the surveillance team is following me, I'm not quite sure, but I can account for at least 2 of them. So my goal is to separate myself from the rest of my team, Ben in this case, to give him some freedom of movement. And after that, it's find the opportunities that I can to communicate, continue to give him status updates on my situation.
Yeah, the 2 of us are.
think their service is poor out there right now.
Yeah, I think the service is probably pretty bad.
Ghost 2 is down. Hey, Ghost 3 and Ghost 4, we've got no feed from your live stream video. Can check and get that thing back up as soon as able. Thank you. Got it. I got 4 there.
4's out.
Right there.
Oh, there we go. We got feeds back.
Got feeds back.
There we go. All right, yep, here's Ghost.
Ghost 3, man.
Hey, 4, you're up. Good to go on your live feed. Ghost 4, you are up and good to go with your live feed.
My goal now is to stay away from my own partner and go find the other team and try to create a situation where their surveillance picks up on X-ray to try to slow down their pace.
Hey, so I'll probably end up following Jerad this whole time, which means that whoever's driving his vehicle is going to be the only one that's going to be able to be in play now.
I'll keep cruising around the blue box, and if you see what the vehicle is that he's driving, guys, just let me know.
Hey, they're moving too fast. You just need to go grab them.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And so just go grab them, and then I'll just kind of stay as an eye right now. But they're moving too fast. We gotta pick up pace.
And you can be a little bit more aggressive on timing.
Okay.
Yep, I see you. Go ahead.
There. I'll send you a message when I get it.
If you got Danny at any point, he's going to be the only one to pick up a bag from his team now.
Under the surveillance that I had that I couldn't shake, there were a few times where I actually came into the vicinity of my own teammate.
Yep.
And prevented him from getting access to a cache.
Surveillance. It seems like Alpha Team is sucking it all up too.
Yeah, we got Jerad all over the place.
You got him all.
Yeah, we pinged him all over.
Ben is stuck stationary because of where the surveillance team had pre-positioned. He was unable to gain access to a cache point, thus preventing us from getting access to any of the other future cache points as well.
What up?
Same game plan. Go after this one.
Got it. Easy. Headed over now.
All right, you got it.
So I think at this point it's just a foot race. Well, not really a foot race, but it's a race to see who can get to the caches quicker. It's really going to come down to the other team seems to be drawing a lot of attention. If they go after his device, he may not be able to get more communication, but we'll see.
See here. Huh? Yeah, it got you. I obviously PID'd you.
Using this cellular router so that we aren't having to push cellular on this device that I know they've exploited. So I'm going Wi-Fi off this, cellular off this. So that should make it harder for them to target this one. And so far, based on the fact that surveillance isn't on us, it doesn't seem like, I think it's working. We got our 4th cache. I'm gonna send it. I'm sending it. I think at this point, it might be a matter of them being locked up, but we don't know. We don't know what's going on with the other team. All right, so we got our 4th. All right, so we've now got our max points that we can get. Now we're gonna start stealing points from Alpha Team. Seems like Alpha Team is drawing all the surveillance, so we're gonna keep taking advantage of that.
got our 5th. We're moving on to number 6. Hey, go for this one, and then the next one will actually be on the same one as A team. So that one I'll take. We'll be a little bit more deliberate because I don't know what's up. I don't know why A team hasn't gotten this other one. So we'll be deliberate. But yeah, go grab this one quick and then let me know.
Got it. Hey, just so you're tracking, I saw a guy following Jerad really close behind.
Yeah, I saw the same. And they've got a pickup truck in an SUV is the surveillance vehicles right now. Yep. But yeah, grab this one quick and then we'll be deliberate on the next one. All right.
Up now, I've got it.
We secured number 6, so we're requesting number 7. Number 7's the same cache that Alpha Team's going on.
All elements, it's index.
Actually, they got it. They just never called it. Okay, so index. That was index. All right, well, we just crushed.
All right, so that's cache recovery. Team X-Ray pulled down 6 cache recoveries with 30 points, and Team Alpha 2 cache recoveries with 10 points. So clear winner, Team X-Ray. What were the key learnings and takeaways, Phil?
Yeah, the key one was that we went in thinking that profile change was going to be really important, acquiring another vehicle so that we could have some sort of separation and additional mobility that wasn't what you guys saw us drive away with in the border crossing point. We had to have some sort of mitigation with our main device, so you couldn't use that to locate us as well. Those all played out well, minus the fact that we had a really deliberate plan of basically splitting between X-Ray 2 and myself and like pulling caches to different locations after we picked them up so that we could separate surveillance. That ended up being slow, and initially Alpha moved a lot faster than us to get those initial 2 caches. So we adapted really quickly and assumed some more risk and just used X-Ray 2 to pick them up and go really fast with it.
So Team Ghost, back in the talk and the mobile field team, we completely lost you after the re-baselining. So the baseline, as you came through the border control point, we had a pretty good understanding of what you looked like, the vehicles, and all that stuff. But once you actually moved into profile change, signature change, Ghost was unable to track and understand your movement. So even though you had a slow start on cache recovery, it picked up over time, but we never really had an ability to compromise you. That was not the case for Team Alpha, because Ghost actively compromised and found you in particular, Alpha 1, relatively early. What were your key learnings?
I would say a lot of it had to do with luck. Like just where the route I was choosing to walk at that time put me right in the path of the human surveillance team.
Yep.
And they picked up on me right away because they had already trained on the model that that Swarm had already provided for them.
Right.
Beyond that, it really was about rehearsals. Like we had other mitigation techniques we could have used to try to ditch the surveillance and get some of that momentum back and be more competitive against Team X-Ray. But we didn't do it because we didn't have the time as a team to practice those things, including something as easy as like acquiring another vehicle or doing a vehicle pickup on the move. Like even though I had a tail on me pretty closely, it wouldn't have been the hardest thing in the world for my teammates to come pick me up. Problem with that is then we compromise our only vehicle, and now the entire surveillance team knows what vehicle Team Alpha is using, and that was not a risk I was willing to take.
Right.
But I think it's important to note the 2 different strategies. We didn't plan this, but we both used very different approaches.
Sure.
Ultimately, you took a very interesting approach of how do I try to make something that the surveillance cues in on and kind of distract or deceive that, consume the resources of it. And ultimately, our approach was try to just be uninteresting across the board and not get detected at all with it. And so both of those we got to put in the ringer here through this scenario.
Well, that's it for cache recovery. We'll see you at the next episode, Hidden Strike.
Black 7-7 spinner. All right, hit.
Wood line right there. Throws up, locked it next to you.
Let's go. Come on, move.
Here we go. Come on.